Welcome to Gabe's Games. Thank you so much for coming to see me play some more of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition today. I really like this game, and it's been a while since I've been able to actually record because I had a software issue with my PS5. So I've reset my PS5 and replayed the 6 hours that I recorded in order to actually get back to this part of the game. Most things should be the same. I think there might be a difference or two, but we're all good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm back into the series. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that if you can. I love this game, and I'm going to keep on getting through it. Thanks for watching. I hope you've all had a great weekend. Mine was pretty cool, filled with some flips and other kind of things. Okay, so here we are. I might have to repeat some content, but I had to start the whole game over, and I've made my Shepherd look exactly the same as she used to, and so I might need to redo some dialogue options, but we're gonna get through it, and we're taking Liara with us.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
So, what I've got to do now is go to peak 15. And then I'll meet the Rachni. I'm also going to upgrade my arms and armor, because I'm going to have to do that again. I just started the whole game again, basically. And it's good, because I've actually done it now, and I can actually just keep on going. But I was getting recordings of Mass Effect where my voice would come in at different points to the actual thing that was displayed on the screen. So I couldn't record ahead of my campaign from where I was, because I would get me driving in the marker while I was actually walking with the audio of me speaking about when I was like walking on Novaria, so I was just getting some weird recordings. So let's go and buy some stuff.
Greetings.
Yes, I'm here to shop.
Of course.
The standard items. Okay. Now, if I can get this armor, that will help me out big time. That's what I'm going to get first. I'll buy that. Okay, so I don't have as much money as I used to, but I don't think anybody really plays this game for the money or items. So I'm just going to keep on getting through it. And so I'm going to change that to that. Striker 2, Kessler 1. Do I not have a better pistol than that? I like that. So use the Kessler 1 for the moment. That'll do. So to head to peak 15, you gotta go to the garage, and the garage is accessible now that I have a pass, because I've just done that whole thing again, through this way. Alright, gonna talk to you.
Any chance?
Yes.
Who's corrupt?
So what can I do for you?
Because this isn't really
What's happening around here?
interesting to me, I'm not going to actually talk to him too much.
I have to go.
Let's go.
Need anything?
And I still feel like playing Mass Effect 1 is so that I can get through to Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Yes,
That's
genuine.
my
Drive
experience
safely.
with
The
this
weather's
game.
supposed to be pretty bad out in the
Most of
Valley.
the time. Replaying the opening section of Mass Effect 1 in the Legendary Edition was pretty impressive, though. The first part, where you actually go onto Eden's Prime and see the beautifully rendered world and textures and animation, is very, very impressive. So, haha! Die, you get! Die! Die! Woo-hoo! Look at that! He was coming straight at us. There you go, cool. That Geth is killed by me. And 1 second, shield boost. I'm gonna hide for a minute and get my squad mates out to be more distraction. Oh, wow! Don't attack Liara. She could be bae. She's not yet, but you know, I might actually romance her. We'll see how we go. No, Liara's down. But that's fine, so we're gonna go and kill you as well. This little Geth over here. Alright. Those guys are always super irritating. Because they're always so quick, and you're like, nah, I got you. I got you, and then you're like, I'm gonna jump. Nah, okay, I'm gonna shoot. Nah, he's gonna jump. And he's gonna jump. And he's gonna jump. And we almost got him. Come on, come on, come on. And you don't actually fight these things in Mass Effect 2 and 3. They're only in Mass Effect 1 creation. So, it's interesting. I think they got rid of them after they realized that they weren't necessarily the most fun to play against. But, again, love this game.
What did you do here, Commander?
I defended myself.
I'm the victim here, the
Geth. You expect me to... Where did they come from?
I'm feeling a little impatient with this dialogue. I've played this a bunch of times now.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
We'll handle them.
We've fought Geth before. We'll take care of them for you.
I appreciate that. My people are good, but few of them have combat experience. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
And you can't have investor panic? That would be the worst. I feel like these vehicles just don't look like they can move, but clearly they're actually supposed to be able to drive. Does anybody else feel that? I look at them and I go, how do they move? They don't look like the Mako. So yeah, I've actually played this section a couple of times now, and the first time I actually played it, it was just glitching out at me big time. Like, the Mako would catch fire and explode, so I'm curious if that happens this time. And yeah, it was just interesting. It was an interesting, oh, look at that. Look at those bump and skills. Yeah, it was an interesting experience. We just basically caught fire roughly here, and then I have experienced quite a bit of backtracking in this particular part of the game, because I recorded past this and my recordings weren't working, so yeah, anyway, I figured out how to reset my PS5. So I've reset it, I started the whole game over, and I've tested out what it's like recording for long periods of time at the moment, and so far, it seems like it is not malfunctioning. So, fingers crossed, I can actually get through the rest of this Mass Effect playthrough with an actual functioning PS5. And, yeah. So, see how we go! The one thing I've got to say is that I still remember playing this on the PS3, and the Mako drives and feels so much better to play than it used to. It's incredible! Look at the way they catch fire now! I think if you're a Mass Effect fan for the original trilogy, you would really, really dig what they've done with this game. I love all of the advancements that they've made in this Legendary Edition. I'm a big fan of what they've done here. It's fantastic. Boom. Alright, get Colossus, get Colossus. They're so much easier to take out in this Legendary Edition than they used to be as well. And I heard that the Paragon score requirements to actually break up the fight between like Miranda and Jack in Mass Effect 2 is now less. So I should be absolutely fine because I've been playing Mass Effect 2 on my PS3 and I'm playing through the trilogy on my PS3 to actually just get ahead of playing on my PS5 so that I know what my playthrough is going to be like. And I've successfully managed to get to the end of Mass Effect 2, and just before I actually start the suicide mission, I have all loyal squad members. So I'm reasonably sure that I'll be alright. I'm sure I can do it. No casualties, and all loyal squad members. And I'm going to record that and post it on my Facebook gaming page as well. For some reason, the PS3 recordings that I've managed to actually do recently don't have any audio, so it's just going to be me voicing over the ending to my Mass Effect 2 playthrough on my PS3. But yeah, my goals for this series are to do the suicide mission with no deaths in Mass Effect 2, save Mordin Solus in Mass Effect 3, and that's always a super interesting debate for me, because I think that I would be very happy to not cure the genophage in Mass Effect 3, thinking that later, if Mordin survives, he will come back and cure it at some point in his life. Or that it will happen at some point. It's just that I don't want Mordin to die as a result of curing the genophage. So I'm very happy standing in a moral stance where I can save Mordin in Mass Effect 3, thinking that the genophage will be cured later. Just not right now. And I think that that's something I'm okay with. So yeah, I'm gonna save Mordin in Mass Effect 3, complete the suicide mission with no casualties, and save the Geth and Quarians in Mass Effect 3 as well. And that is one of the more interesting endings, but it's definitely a challenge to get. And I'm going to do my best to actually get that ending in my playthrough on the PS3 to actually make sure that I understand how to record it when I come to this PS5. And the one thing that I'm actually really looking forward to in this Legendary Edition is all of the DLC that I never paid for, because in general I just have never really bought a DLC unless I heard it was amazing, or unless I heard it was required to actually make a game good. And there's so many DLCs in Mass Effect 3 which I just never got. So I can't wait to actually experience these DLCs. And I hear that it makes Mass Effect 3 a lot better. That all of the DLC included in the Legendary Edition makes the experience of playing Mass Effect 3 a lot better, and I absolutely think that it's going to be amazing when I play through it. And I still think that my original experiences with Mass Effect were not amazing, because I finished Mass Effect 3 without the DLC at first, and I was a bit like, oh, what? But I still think that this is one of my favourite gaming experiences of all time, and I still really like Mass Effect 3. And I just can't wait to see what they've done with this DLC, because I didn't think that the DLC that looks to be available, like all of the Citadel DLC, would change the ultimate ending for me, but I'm very curious to see if, as a Mass Effect fan who felt that there was a lot missing in the original Mass Effect 3 ending. Changes my opinion on Mass Effect, I suppose. I'm not sure if I'm speaking properly, but I'm curious to see if I actually changed my opinion on Mass Effect after playing all of the DLC, because I hear that the DLC is good and that it actually changes your perspective on Mass Effect, and I'm curious to see what the experience of playing this DLC is for me, because really hopeful, and I think that this is one of my favourite gaming experiences, so I just can't wait to see what they do with this DLC that used to be something you had to pay for, and I just can't believe that the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is $100. Like, $100 for this package is a fantastic deal. Oh, he's got like some extra barrier stuff. Let's get both of my units up there so that they actually make them. Whoa, look at him go! Wait. I missed him. Whoa, two. They're chasing Liara. Poor Liara keeps on getting killed every single time. Let's, yeah. Liara's dead. Let's run a little bit. Oh, wow. Unity. Shield boost. Whoa. And I'm gonna run this way quickly. And I'm gonna change to my machine gun. And hide behind this wall for a second. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. The Krogan health regen is quite good. Ha! Ha! Wow. The Krogan are not easy to kill. Come on, kill him for me. Kill him for me. Get my shield back up. And look at that! That is pretty impressive. The Krogan are difficult to defeat. Let's get out my shotgun. Watch me just wreck the R again. Oh my god! An unstoppable Krogan. There you go. You have killed the unstoppable Krogan.
15 facilities have several levels of damage.
Ah, dear, dear.
Present throughout facility. Virtual
I've got to activate Mirror again as well. That's going to be interesting. So yeah, I've played through the trilogy a couple of times, and I really, really dig this game. And Mass Effect 2 is my favourite Mass Effect game, and I'm really impressed with this remaster. I'm just very curious to see if I still find 3's ending to be somewhat lackluster, or if it's actually really good now.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
I'll have to wait and see.
They
want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out. Yeah, this is basically like Alien 2, where you have turrets firing at aliens, except the aliens are the Rachni, and the Rachni nearly destroyed the galaxy. Although it's really interesting, if you talk to the Rachni Queen, she says that... Practically a little glitch, it's not too bad though. But the Rachni Queen says that that wasn't actually the Rachni's intent. That somehow, the way that they communicate, their voices in their songs were changed and altered. And she said that they were influenced, so I think it's possibly the Reapers who influenced that. In the same way that the Collectors were just tools for the Reapers, I think that a force similar to that of the Reapers was at play, if not the Reapers themselves. And I still think that the Reapers are some of my favourite villains of a series. I think they're absolutely amazing antagonists in this game. I really, really like the Reapers in this. Okay, come on, come on. We're gonna take you down. So I'm gonna do this video up until I get to Mirror, and then I'm gonna go and do some other things, and I might record a little bit more later tonight, which you guys will see tomorrow morning. And that way I'm gonna slowly get through my Mass Effect campaign, and I I also plan to record my Mass Effect 2 ending. Right, do it, you know, perfectly. So if you want to see that, hop onto my Facebook page, have a look at the link I post there, because that will be my Mass Effect 2 ending. You won't be able to hear me actually
Probably the breed will have a panic attack.
playing the gameplay, because for some reason OBS Studio can't record noise except for me speaking. So you hear me speaking as I go through the final mission of Mass Effect 2, but you won't actually hear the gameplay. Let's get out the machine guns. Die, baby Rachnis. Oh dear, baby Rachnis are dead. And the Rachni are actually reasonably difficult. Like, they do take a chunk out of you when they fire at you, so you gotta be careful. Let's go barrier. I'm gonna get both of my squad mates up. Go up, please. Go up, please. Rachni! And there's gonna be another one here. Now, quickly, I like doing this because it's a really good way to assess what the Rachni look like. They look exactly the same as they did in Mass Effect 1 on the PS3, and that's not bad at all. I think I was really impressed when I saw like an L-Core move a little bit in this, and I'm really impressed with seeing the original characters redone, and I do like the look of the Rachni in this. They look the same, and I think that that is good. And I actually really like the look of the Rachni. I was almost hoping that somehow we would get terrifying creatures, because this, for me, gives me Alien vibes in the same way that the Alien movie gave me Alien vibes. And I was hoping that they would look scary and, you know, intimidating, like the aliens. And I honestly think that this is basically the equivalent of a research facility which has been overrun by aliens. And it almost attempts like a horror vibe, but it doesn't quite scare me. The one thing that I actually really dig, though, like that coming out of nowhere, that's cool. It's like a horror vibe. One thing that I really dig, though, in Mass Effect 2 is the whole, DLC where you save David and see him all hooked up to that awful machine as he's trying to control the Geth. That was so well done. Anyway, Rachni, baby, die! Alright, we have slaughtered the Rachni babies. And very soon we are going to have a conversation with the Rachni Queen. And in my next video I'm going to activate Mirror! Thank you so much for watching! Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I can now record and get back into my Mass Effect series. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time in Gabe's Games.